In the search for optimal returns, Kenyan pension funds, like those the world over, continue to scout for profitable and impactful investment opportunities. While most pension funds have traditionally invested in government securities and blue-chip stocks, investments in infrastructure and other alternative asset classes present an innovative, profitable, and long-term sustainable opportunity. The Kenya Pension Funds Investment Consortium, KEPFIC, is a consortium of Kenyan retirement benefit funds that have come together to make long-term infrastructure and alternative asset investments in the region. Infrastructure investments offer attractive returns, portfolio diversification benefits, and match long-term assets to long-term liabilities, and over the next 5 years, KEPFIC aims to mobilize $250 million from Kenyan pension funds and offshore co-investors for investment in impactful infrastructure assets. To do this, KEPFIC aims to identify suitable infrastructure opportunities, pool investment capital from local pension funds and co-investors, and build the technical and investment capacity of our member funds to enable them to make informed infrastructure investment decisions.
Infrastructure, by its very nature, is a very complex investment class. It requires costly due diligence and research, and the amounts required, or the ticket sizes, are beyond the capacities and regulatory limits for individual pension funds. And indeed, when you look at the pension fund industry in Kenya, we have 1,300 pension funds, and most of these are too small, and even the larger ones would struggle to invest in infrastructure on their own.
Kenya faces a significant infrastructure financing deficit estimated at $2.1 billion annually, a deficit that cannot be met by public resources alone. While historically infrastructure has been the domain of national and county governments, there is a significant opportunity for private sector participation as more private capital seeks longer-term steady returns, while governments are faced with much-needed competing priorities such as healthcare, food security, and education. Infrastructure presents an attractive yet underutilized investment opportunity for pension funds, and the involvement of private institutions will not only contribute to Kenya's economic growth and transformation as a whole, but also to better project governance structures by adopting global best practices. Thanks to a recent provision in the Retirement Benefits Authority investment guidelines, Kenyan pension funds can now invest up to 10% of their assets into infrastructure, effectively unlocking over $1 billion into the asset class.
We have recently amended our investment guidelines to allow schemes to invest a portion of their assets in infrastructure. We are therefore very supportive of KEPFIC's mission to bring together different pension schemes and other stakeholders which are keen on investing in this area of infrastructure, and is also bringing together other stakeholders to develop the infrastructure investment agenda.
KEPFIC was recognized as the Pension Fund Infrastructure Initiative of the Year at the 2019 Africa Investor Awards held in Cape Town, South Africa, further validating its mission and shining a brighter light on the East Africa infrastructure investment opportunity globally. The consortium has also received technical support from USAID and the World Bank to help local member funds navigate the infrastructure investment terrain, and by working with the mobilizing institutional investors to develop Africa's Infrastructure Initiative (MIDA), KEPFIC has further leveraged its mission and established a partnership with US-based pension funds with total assets under management in excess of $1 trillion to explore infrastructure co-investment opportunities in the region.
KEPFIC presents an innovative approach to investments that will catalyze critically needed sources of private sector capital for infrastructure development. This comes at a time when national and county governments are facing growing budget deficits and competing priorities in healthcare, affordable housing, education, and food security. USAID's Kenyan Investment Mechanism is pleased to partner with Kenya Pension Fund Investment Consortium to support this expanded source of new capital.
MIDA Advisors has been supporting KEPFIC in the creation of a local consortium of pension funds to invest in infrastructure. We're working under the umbrella of the U.S. Agency for International Development. Our goal is to support a strong partnership between American pension funds and Kenyan pension funds. And American pension funds need a critical partner in the region, and like-minded investors that are working for the benefit of its retirees and that are looking to undertake economically important projects in infrastructure, in housing, supporting job creation and economic development in the region.
By joining KEPFIC, pension funds will participate in infrastructure investments and enjoy several benefits such as economies of scale in the infrastructure investment selection, structuring and due diligence processes, capacity building through live deal analysis and project site tours, regular investment workshops with experts in infrastructure investment, and networking sessions with like-minded local and foreign pension funds, co-investments with global pension funds, technical support from implementation partners in the investment selection and execution process, and finally, advocacy efforts by representing its members' interests in regular engagements with regulators and external stakeholders and contributing to supportive policy measures.
Investing in infrastructure for us is an interesting asset class because it provides an opportunity for us to make a difference in the development of our country as well as other regions. What we benefit by working together as KEPFIC is access to knowledge, access to risk management, and access to partnership with other like-minded investment vehicles.
KEPFIC, mobilizing institutional capital for impactful infrastructure investments.